Welcome to MojoPlays, and today we're looking at the best cutscenes and story moments from The Legend of Zelda. Naturally, there will be a few spoilers along the way.
So I really am just a failure. All my friends, the entire kingdom, my father most of all. I tried and I failed them all.
Before we begin, we publish new content all week long, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. The Waking of the Windfish. The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. There's a lot to admire about the quirky, somewhat existential story of Link's Awakening. Shipwrecked on the oddly charming Koholint, Link comes to find that the entire island, and everyone on it, is part of the Windfish's dream. This added a new spin to the franchise formula. You collect your trinkets, beat the boss, and claim victory. However, as the characters you've come to know disappear while the deity's ballad plays, a bittersweet feeling washes over you. We're happy to see Link awake on the sea, free from torment, but it leaves you with a beautiful ache unique to this entry. The ending is fantastic no matter which version you're playing, although the remake's animation is particularly lovely. The Attack on Kakariko Village. The Legend of Zelda: Twilight Princess. You might think that, after rescuing the children in Kakariko Village, they're far from any more danger. But that's when Twilight Princess proves you wrong. As Tallow and Beth converse in the street, the vile King Bulblin charges toward them. With cinematic flair and a terrific use of slow-mo, Tallow turns to flee, Beth stands frozen in fear, and the underdog Colin rushes forward to push her out of the way. It's an excellent character moment for Colin, who at this point admired Link's courage without the ability to imitate it. It's also a great one for Link, who chases after with hate in his eyes over the thought of someone he cares for getting taken once again. The Doomed Lovers. The Legend of Zelda: Majora's Mask. Majora's Mask features some of the best side quests in the series, and of all of them, the tale of Anju and Kafei is the most emotionally resonant. Completing it takes a lot of effort, spanning a full 3-day cycle and bringing in multiple other characters. At the end, the two are finally reunited, mere moments before the moon falls. With Kafei having been cursed and Anju worried over the fate of her one true love, this moment is one of clarity, beauty, and sorrow all wrapped together. Even the incoming certain demise doesn't stop them from exchanging masks in their own private ceremony. They accept their fate, choosing to greet it together in love. Medli's Awakening. The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker. Medli is one of the more strongly written characters in Wind Waker. When you first meet her, she is plagued by self-doubt, having only recently been promoted to the Dragon Valu's attendant after the passing of her mentor, Prince Komali's grandmother. Despite not believing in herself, she does everything in her power to help Komali, and you can't help but feel for her. This background makes her awakening as the Earth Sage later in the game a truly stunning moment. A character so unsure about themselves is suddenly given insight into her greater purpose, finally gaining some semblance of confidence. But this moment is also tinged with sadness, with Medli choosing to leave without saying goodbye to Komali, as she'd rather he remember her as a simple attendant. I'm Still Your Zelda. The Legend of Zelda: Skyward Sword. One of the things Skyward Sword does best is building up the relationship between Link and Zelda. We get a great sense of Link's drive to find her as the story teasingly pulls them apart several times. The scene where Link finally reaches her, far in the past, gives us a ton of interesting lore, including that Zelda is the goddess Hylia reborn in a mortal form. What makes this scene so special, however, is Link and Zelda's relationship. She decides to seal herself away there to strengthen the seal on demise. While Link pounds his fists on the ever-hardening crystal, Zelda makes him promise to be the one to wake her up this time. And it broke the hearts of Zel-Link shippers everywhere. Zelda's Despair, The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild. The flashbacks of Breath of the Wild paint the picture of a princess with an unbelievable burden on her shoulders. Unable to awaken her sealing powers in time, she loses many people close to her when Calamity Ganon attacks. Her despair is felt precisely in a scene that shows her fleeing from the destruction with Link. As soft piano plays and Zelda blames herself for all the lost lives, it's hard to keep from getting choked up. And Patricia Somerset's performance is painfully, yet wonderfully downcast. Zelda's lowest point then makes the subsequent scene, where her powers awaken in order to save Link, that much more powerful.
I left them all to die.
The Wind of Death, The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker. In Ocarina of Time, we never got much of a sense of Ganondorf's personality or reasoning beyond a desire for power. Wind Waker sought to rectify that, and did so in what we believe to be the villain's best monologue. Before the final fight, Ganondorf speaks of his homeland, and how the wind brought death during the scorching day as well as during the frigid night. But with Hyrule's lush greenery and prosperity, he grew to covet the kingdom's wind, and therefore its seat of power, demanding satisfaction from the gods themselves. It adds an interesting layer to the big bad we haven't really seen since, a moment of soft reflection before he springs forward to attack. He's nearly successful in gaining the Triforce too, with only the King of Hyrule able to stop him before the battle begins. The Failed Execution, The Legend of Zelda, Twilight Princess. Where Wind Waker gave us insight into Ganondorf's desires, Twilight Princess expanded on his unbelievable might. After reaching the end of the Arbiter's Grounds dungeon, Link and Midna are met by the sages. They tell of the traitorous Ganondorf's planned execution, running him through with an impressive sword. Sadly for them, it doesn't work, with Ganondorf's Triforce of Power keeping him alive. He then breaks free, kills one of the sages, and pulls the sword from his chest in a supreme display of strength. It's all the sages can do to banish him to another realm. This scene immediately set up the iconic villain to be more powerful and dangerous than we had seen before. Goodbye Fi, The Legend of Zelda, Skyward Sword. There are a lot of great moments following the defeat of Demise in Skyward Sword, but the undeniable strongest is between Link and his unwavering servant, Fi. Many players complained about her robotic personality, but it made her goodbye all the more powerful. With her purpose complete, she plans to sleep forever within the Master Sword, essentially ceasing to exist how she does now. She takes the time to thank Link, for her journey with him has made her feel happiness and friendship. Having Fi deliver the most heartfelt moment of the game is something none of us expected, and these feelings are amplified by the music, a stripped-down version of her theme designed to pull at the heartstrings. The Catch, The Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom. At the beginning of Tears of the Kingdom, Link fails to catch Zelda as she falls into another time. This makes the moment where he does catch her a phenomenally impactful moment. After Ganondorf's defeat, Rauru, Link, and Sonia are able to turn Zelda back into her normal form. We feel a great sense of satisfaction considering she's been stuck as a dragon for hundreds, if not thousands of years. But she's still in need of rescue. As she plummets, we're given control of Link to do what he couldn't the first time. This provides one of the most triumphant moments in a series built on them. Upon waking and seeing Link, Zelda's infectious joy is enough to spread a giant smile across your face in one of the happiest endings in the franchise.
He's gone. The Demon King.
What's your favorite story moment from the series? Share your thoughts in the comments, and be sure to subscribe to MojoPlays for more great gaming videos every day.